Duvan Munroe is Forest Grounds Manager at Sandals, Emerald Bay in Exuma. He graduated college but did not pursue the field of his studies. Instead, he went after his first love, landscaping.
I always say to my guys, landscape is considered, among many other careers as being menial. Persons don't look at landscaping as being lucrative. But in the same sense, I always tell my guys, I said landscaping is the first thing that you see and the last thing that you see. They create a first impression and a last impression.
Everyone has a legacy to create our own footprints in the sand. Although our stories others can relate, that's what makes me who I am. I'm just like you, you're just like me. We're all no different, we're all the same. I'm just like you, you're just like me. We're all no different, we're all the same. We are ordinary, but extraordinary. We are ordinary people. We are ordinary, but extraordinary. We are ordinary people.
Growing up, I was always good with my hands. I always wanted to be an electronic engineer. I went to COB, I have a degree in electronic engineering. However, when I came back to the island, job opportunities were limited. It's always that kind of notion in terms of, is it always what you know, but who you know? I went to BPL and I asked, for, if any opportunities available there. And they told me, of course, there wasn't any opportunity. So I had, a choice to stay on my mom's couch, feel sorry for myself, or go out there, be a man, and try and make an honest living. So back in the day when Emerald Bay were developing this place, I went, I applied for a job, and I got a job at Bermuda Landscaping. So soon after I started working in terms of landscape, I knew absolutely nothing. I started watering plants. From watering plants, I wanted to know the common name, I wanted to know the Latin name, I wanted to know in terms of the culture, is it salt tolerant, is it drought tolerant, all that good stuff. And before you knew it, I started to slowly evolve. I remained open, receptive, and I started at the very bottom in terms of landscaper 3. Then I moved up to landscaper 2, landscaper 1, supervisor, and then I became assistant manager, and then I became the HOD.
Looking back, you thought you would have reached this far in your career?
I never would have imagined. I always would say having an open mind. I would say God sometimes have, a design for us all. And if you look more so at that closed door sometimes, you can miss your opportunity. You can go to school, say for instance, to be a lawyer, but that doesn't mean that that's your calling. So I remain open-minded, and at the end of the day, when you go to bed, and you can wake up and be excited and enthused, in terms of what you do on a day in and day out, and never really get tired until it's all done, then you really have discovered your passion.
You don't dream about this thing?
Well, I would say I'm the plan whisperer, so to speak. I'm always thinking. All right, I'm always trying to find ways. Some persons ask me, they asked me if I went to school for this. I didn't. All right, I learned everything more so on the job. In the same sense, I read a lot of books. I do a lot of research, and I just remain open-minded. I always try to find out how I can make my landscape better at Sandals Emerald Bay. I was part of the opening team. I worked with the Four Seasons resort while they were here. When the resort closed, I was asked to stay over and continue to assist with the general maintenance, the upkeep of the resort. So I stayed over during the closure of the Four Seasons Hotel in Emerald Bay. I absolutely love what I do. All right, I can do it from sunrise to sunset. And really and truly, when I go away on vacation, I always look for ways how I can integrate, the other landscaping ideas into my garden. So I absolutely love what I do. I'm responsible for the entire resort. I have a team of 20 persons that I manage. We have more, so we take care of the manicure of our resort lawns. We have our irrigation team. We take care in terms of pest management, pulling the coconut trees, pulling the shrubs, weeding, fertilizing, installation, you name it, the whole 9 yards. I have guests that comes to Sandals MLB because of me, because of the impact that we have made on their trip. I always say to my guys, landscapers considered, among many other careers as being menial. Persons don't look at landscaping as being lucrative. But in the same sense, I always tell my guys, I said landscaping is the first thing that you see and the last thing that you see. It creates a first impression and a last impression. If the guests were coming here and they were coming to a place that is unkept and the place looked like a jungle, they will be like, you know what, this isn't something that we sign up to. So, I told my guys that, you have to be proud. You got to be proud in regards to, the service that you provide to our guests. And you have to absolutely enjoy what you do. And when you enjoy what you do, you can grow. It isn't considered work, because it's gonna flow out of you, effortlessly. I am from a single parent household. My mom, the oldest of the four. So for instance, growing up it wasn't easy. I was the first person in my family to actually go off to school and come back here. Of course, like my mom, she was a bit disappointed. I sent you off to school and you are doing landscaping. But if you would ask her now, she's absolutely very proud in terms of what I've been able to achieve thus far in my life.
What opportunities did your job, through your job gave you?
I've had the opportunity, I've won many awards. I've won the Supervisor Award. I've won the Sandals Foundation Award. I've won the FC Award twice. I've won the Department of the Year Award. I've won the Manager of the Year Award. And they awarded me the opportunities where I was able to travel to other Sandals, be treated like a guest, actually, for a change, to know what it feels like to be a guest. My family had the opportunity to travel with me, and of course they was able to experience that first level service. I was very humbled by it. I would always say, when you love doing what you do, it shows in the product. But in the same sense, if you do what you do and you be consistent at it, when people aren't watching, and you just do it all the time, people are actually noticing. And that's what happened to me. Everybody would say to you that I'm not a person who like to be in the spotlight. I like to be in the shadow. I like to do my thing. I assist with the Sandals Foundation, going out in the community. I trim, maintain the western part of the island in terms of Locust Point. We have Stuart Manor, we have Roseville, we have Ellen Coakley, Thompson, Forest, and we do those on a regular basis, sometimes at least once monthly. And I do it more so because we have a civic obligation. Our children are the future, and if we stand by idly and do not invest, we will be lost. So you have to give back. To who much is given, I would say much is required.
Amen.